I'm from a small town in South Carolina called Abbeville. Um, one grocery store type of place. Never really thought of sales until it came to the end of senior year and you have to start applying for jobs. Talked to some friends that were in sales and I was like, wait, I can make money by talking to people. I love doing that. So that's kind of the route I went. Funny enough, I was Jake from as my first gig out of college. Lots of khakis, lots of red shirts for me. I worked in an office, so people got a kick out of that. That honestly probably got me a lot of sales. It kind of bit me on sales too, because cold calling, people thought their friends were pranking them sometimes. Yeah. So I'd have to call them again. I'm like, no, this is actually Jake. Originally, I was going to be on the path to own my own office, and then kind of decided that insurance was not my favorite area of career path, and kind of stumbled upon GJ and ended up speaking with Conrad. Had a really good conversation, liked the trajectory of the company over here and the backing of the bigger company elsewhere, and now we're rocking and rolling here. In a nutshell, we are looking to bring on new people that want to open and own and operate a franchise location through GJ Gardner. We work with a lot of people from lots of different backgrounds, whether it's different types of construction, entrepreneurs, people that want to go out on their own. But essentially my job is to vet and also reach out to different people, both inbound and outbound, and then kind of consult with them through the process to see if it's a good fit, and ultimately kind of help them hopefully transfer over to the onboarding side and get up and running with us. I treat all leads as equal starting out. I'm going to reach out with everybody in the same process, the same cadence to try to book a meeting. Depending on how that meeting goes, or if they're not responding, then I kind of adjust. So if it's like a really good looking candidate, I'll probably follow up with them longer and strategize a little more than someone that probably doesn't look like they're going to fit to begin with if we haven't spoken yet. I think learning from your mistakes or learning from deals that go bad, you learn a lot more than you do from deals that go right. A smooth sea doesn't make a skilled sailor, so to speak. So I think reflection is very important, and doing really well can also be dangerous, because once you start doing really well for a certain amount of time, you kind of forget to keep those processes in place, and then you're bound to have a slump, and then you're like, well, what happened? So I think looking back and kind of sticking to the basics of like, hey, I know this works, let's do this. Sometimes you need to make adjustments, and obviously adaptation is important, but at the same time having like a core process, because if you're trying this with this person and this with this person, this with this person, you don't know what worked with who, and you can't keep it straight. It's not a process anymore. You're throwing mud at the wall till it sticks, and I don't think that's a sustainable way to make sales. I don't even really like the word motivated, because no one wakes up every morning motivated. Like, you wake up at 6 a.m., you're not going to want to go to do whatever you need to do every morning. But I think discipline is what's really important. So find a way to discipline yourself to make those calls, send those emails, have that hard conversation with somebody even though you don't want to, because you're not motivated to have any negative things happen. But with discipline, you'll do it anyway. The most important thing, especially starting out with any sales role, is figuring out what you're looking for as far as a lead or client goes. And even if you have only a few, if you can narrow down who's the best fit for this, who should I be reaching out to, and then find a way to scale that. Because if you just start off like, I need to hit all these numbers, then you're having all these wasted, useless conversations. And you can make more sales with a third of the leads if they're the right people.
Exactly.
But once you find a way to get those right leads and make it a lot of leads, then you're like,
it's scalable.
Now we're cooking. So shoot me a message on LinkedIn, shoot me an email. Obviously you can find through the company, but I'm always available to talk, so feel free to reach out.